In this video, I'm going to teach you how to properly clean and restore your plastic trim using our work van. For the tools and products, you can just check the description box down below for all the links. We're going to be using Optimum No Rinse to clean the plastic trim almost as just it's a wash. Then we're going to use an all-purpose cleaner to actually clean the plastic trim in preparation for the restorer. We're going to use a grease and wax remover in order to prep it to make sure there's no wax or residue on the trim. Then we're going to be using the Malco Revive New to restore the trim. And we'll be using a brush, towels, and applicator pads. You don't really need all of these. You can just use towels for mostly everything. But I just wanted to show you what you can use if you have these at your disposal. So first things first is we actually have to clean the entire surface. Now, I'm only going to be working on the trim, but just to kind of make it more a complete look, I'm going to wash everything down here. So that's why I'm using Optimum No Rinse. And I'm going to give it a generous spritz across the section. Now again, this isn't to clean the trim itself. This is more of the wash process. We're going to do the actual thorough cleaning of the plastic separately. So I'm just going to give this a wipe down. You could use a rinseless wash. I just don't have that prepped right now, so I'm not going to do that. But it's a pretty straightforward process. I'm just going to wipe it down like this. Spray a little bit more here. It is actually pretty dirty down there. To the clean side. And I'm not worried about any scratches here because it's trim. Not that you can't scratch it, but it's not paint. And just quickly dry it with the clean side of the towel, or just get a new one and just wipe it down. So next part is actually cleaning the plastic trim. This is to prepare it for the trim restorer. Now yes, could you just kind of wipe it down and go straight to the application? Yeah, you can. I mean, you know, the directions say otherwise, but if you just want to get more straight to the point, I'm sure you could do that as well. But for the proper method, I'm gonna spray it down with APC just to actually get some actual agitation out of it. You could use a towel, that'd be no problem here. I'm just gonna use a brush because a lot of people like seeing brush agitation. But you can 100% use your towel to get all this cleaning done right here. And you don't have to spend too much time, but it's just to make sure that the surface is actually clean for the trim restorer. And you can spray liberally here on the plastic trim. Okay, there, very simple, very straightforward. You don't have to go overboard. Now to get another clean towel and give it a thorough wipe down. As you can see, we are still putting a bit of dirt from the plastic trim, which is what we want to do. That way, when we come to apply the actual product, it's only bonding to the plastic trim and not a bunch of gunk. So now we have it washed, we have it cleaned. Next step here, which it says it on the directions, but I'm gonna tell you it's probably optional here, and that's to wipe it down with a wax polish remover to make sure there's no oils or anything like that on the surface. So it doesn't take much here to get it prepped. I know it sounds like a lot, but depending on the trim restorer you're going with, assuming like, you know, the direction, assuming how long it's the durability of it, you do want to prep the surface properly so that you get the best results and the you know, most durable results. Now, would you have to do this for like a typical tire dressing or plastic dressing? No, that's more of like a week or 2 weeks kind of thing, which it's kind of meant for you to kind of reapply over and over. So I wouldn't go this far for that. But if you are doing a trim restore where it's meant to give you much more longer durable results, it definitely makes sense. And now we're finally getting to the fun part, which is actually applying your trim restorator. Here is Malco, and it says shake well before applying, so we're shaking well. Now, again, go to your directions on the bottle on how many layers, how long to wait, how much product you need. It's gonna tell you everything you need to know on how to actually apply it here. I'm gonna give it one thin layer application. And as you saw, I didn't put much on this towel, but it goes a very long way. It says if you want a glossier finish, you can apply 2 layers, but I always just apply 1 just because that's what I prefer. I'm gonna stop right here in this section and then just apply a little bit more. Like this isn't like, you know, I don't know, you don't need much of anything. Like I put so little here, and I'm gonna do this whole section right here, because as you use whatever applicator, whatever towel, it's gonna keep on getting like caked up here. Not caked up, but there's already product saturation on this part. So do you still need to apply a lot? No. Like you could apply a little less than before, and I just lied to you because I put too much on that one. I'm gonna kind of fold it a little bit and just kind of apply it here. Hopefully it's picking up well on camera, but it is a big difference. So make sure you get into the seams here, into the crevasses, because then it's gonna look funny when you take it out, and then there's like a little section that's all like faded out or not as dark because you didn't get it in that specific little crevice or cranny. As you can see, the towel is not getting dirty. There's no dirt or grime on it. That's because we properly cleaned it. Had we gone to the application of the Restorer without properly cleaning it, we'd be pulling up some gunk right here, which also means it wouldn't be bonding properly to the plastic trim either. So there's multiple layers on why you want to properly prep it. So that's about it. What I would like to do is just give it a quick little pass over to make sure there's no high spots of any sorts. I'm not putting a lot of down pressure to remove it. It's just literally a quick little pass to make sure it's evened out. And there she goes. That is how you restore your plastic trim. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward, nothing complicated.